Tobias, do you want to come in here? Perhaps not, I guess. Okay, we'll be going soon. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what the end of this game even is. I'm a little confused. My window ever so slightly. Cardigan. My flavored toothpicks. Oh, I got to grab my. There we go. We are back. And I should probably go. There I am, I think. There I am. There I am. You know, I see a campfire. Okay. One of my stories did a grow. My story grew. It growed. Time for the shitty southern accent. Okay. You spend a while in the cool shade of this gas station. You notice 3 kids sitting beside their family car, while their parents argue loudly with the cashier inside. The children seem embarrassed. You see the oldest brother lean over and distract his siblings with a story. Let's listen to him. He starts telling you a story about the red... He starts telling them a story about the red creature with black fur in Detroit that demanded respect from travelers. You realize almost instantly that he's telling a new version of the tale of the red creature in the fur coat in Detroit, but with new, exciting, over-the-top details. He tells her well. When the parents come stomping furiously out of the gas station, you make yourself scarce, missing the end of the boy's new story, but the part you heard is definitely easy to remember. It'll stick with you for a while. Okay, I think this new cardigan's a big one. I'm gonna switch into my old. Both cardigans bought from... Well, I don't know if we got this one from the clearance section or not. But both Target Apparel. Had this one for like 10 years now. Still serving me well. Yeah, this is much better. Much more lightweight, if you... And since I do not have my fan on, lightweight is a good thing. Good thing to have. Okay. Let's go gather ourselves some more stories.
You've seen better days.
Oh, fuck. Nah, I ain't gonna walk away from this, you poor babe.
Hard times all over, the bull says archly, with what seems to you an aristocratic air. Its blood still fresh pools around your feet.
What the fuck is up with this particular window. But I guess I just had to pull it from the other side over there.
You dip a finger in. Yes, yes, go on, sighs the bull. Why not?
My health just went down, didn't
It
it?
soaks through your skin as if you were made of tissue. And it strikes you all of a sudden that you've never felt this good in your life. Sensing your astonishment, the bull just rolls its eyes.
It's not showing my health having gone down. But it did something to me. That blood did something to me.
The man checks a wristwatch and swears under his breath. His fingernails have been chewed down to the skin.
Bus is late,
He says without looking at you. The man looks confused by your question. Upon inspection, the tickets in his hand show a stamp and receipt of sale, but the destination is obscured. The man looks at the tickets in his hand as if he hadn't known they were there. Slowly, some comprehension colors his expression.
somebody came and went. Just fine, neighbor. Bus will be here soon.
He starts to bite at his fingers again. Surely there can't be any nail left to chew.
I feel that all too much, buddy. Chomping on nails, skin.
The man
biting
pops
shit.
his knuckles, one finger at a time, and starts over. When a wren lands nearby and sings a little, you're grateful for the sound.
Okay.
I was still a kid when Dame started turning my head.
This just looks so freaky. I get it's probably like a cloud or popcorn? His nipples look so freaky right now. Well, that might be his nipple, that might not, and I'm disturbed.
Long gams, gleam in her eye, all dolled up, and I was done. I didn't know how to talk to a dame. I was a boy, play acting as a man. But when I indulged in a little liquid courage, I was off to the races. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up? I miss those hopeful ones.
Okay. The ones that end looking up.
Leaves a warm feeling in your chest, huh?
Yes.
The past. I remember being happy with Louisa. Maybe people only gets a limited amount of happiness and we used all ours up.
I swear I hear Tobias batting at a door flippy. Thought I heard it. Maybe I'm just hearing things.
But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
I just told you one, motherfucker.
I ain't getting the joke.
Well, you. I better have the window open because it is warm and I don't feel like showing my bingo wings right now. So So be it.
Choice. My mama wanted me to choose a good Christian woman. But it was my heart that chose Louisa. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up?
Oh my god. My boy, you are gonna lose all. You're gonna use all of my goddamn hopeful stories.
Come on, that can't be true. Sorrow ain't like that.
I'm trying my damnedest.
My wishes? Thought I wanted a dame who kept quiet, wouldn't give me any lip if I stayed out too late. Instead, Louisa marched in with a sharp tongue and a wink, and I got everything I never knew I wanted. So I miss them blood-pounding adventure stories.
Blood pounding adventure stories. I don't know, my man. I don't fucking know.
World ain't always like that, you know. Joy? Well, seeing a doll smile when she sees you, not much better than that. Especially if that doll's Louisa. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here?
I'm getting all of these wrong. All of them. All of them. So many of these are like scary stories. So many of them are scary stories, and it's driving me nuts.
Ooh, tell another like that and you could write a good rag.
Holy fucking Louia. Holy fucking Louia, holy fucking Louia, holy
Me? I never wanted to settle down, get married, think about the future, till I got stuck on Louisa. Then I couldn't help it. The future played on my mind like Louisa played with my heart. Well, here's the sun. Gotta get going soon. All this talk, what about you?
Okay. Oh, another one of my stories grew. Hey. Hey, yay, yay. I don't know when this game gets to an end, honestly. A tiny motor mouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside their store. The boy listens raptly, eyes growing larger, mouth hanging open like a fish. She's telling him about the cursed fortune teller fleeing the bargain she made long ago. You try to hide your surprise. It's the story of a fortune teller whose dark past stained the souls of all her clients. The version the girl must have heard is embellished, to say the least. But it's a good story. Which way am I heading? Let's keep heading south. Or west. I think I see another campfire over there. I genuinely have no idea where the end of this game comes in at all. Do I need money? I don't think so. But I'll keep in mind that that is a place I can get money. It's on the border of Montana and Idaho. Or just double back on this road over on this highway here. Another one of my stories done did, bro. This bar is crowded with people from every walk of life. Businessmen, young men in muddy overalls, and a crowd of girls in slinky dresses, preparing their blood alcohol content for a night on the town. But it's the squat, sharp-eyed man in the fedora who catches your attention. He launches into a wild story about the storm generated by the gigantic bird. Halfway through, he stops, recognizing the look on your face. You know this one? You tell him the story about the massive thunderstorm. That's it? I think I like mine more. It's more exciting, sure. So that's why I'll keep telling it my way, he says. Let's get another round and do a competitive test on the other folks here, shall we? By the end of the night, the whole bar agrees. The new version is better. It might be because your new friend bought them all drinks. Campfire! Woo! Yep, it's August again. God damn.
I had me a wife, a baby girl, but no livelihood. I tried my hand at my daddy's factory work, but I wasn't up to snuff. For every bottle I filled on the line, I emptied my soul. When the war started, I figured I'd fight for my country. But they wouldn't take me on account of all those years reading. Couldn't see well enough. But the Merchant Marine, they took me as I am. And then I had everything. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here?
Oh, okay, you're hard to motherfucking please, let me tell you with that. Unfortunately, I already told you that there story.
When you've seen enough real horror in this world, cheap tales don't do it no more.
Motherfucker.
Trust. Thought I trusted Louisa with my heart, with my life. But in too many ports, I learned it's hard to believe in someone who ain't there. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up?
God damn. Okay, well, I'll just tell you about Franklin. That's... I miss
Leaves
Franklin.
a warm
I want to
feeling
see
in your
Franklin
chest,
again.
huh?
I can't remember where he went, though. I like Franklin. I like Franklin a lot.
Sadness. Well, I'm never going to see a new shore again. That's about all I got to say about that. But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
You know what? I haven't told anyone the story about the gossips, so... About the quidnuncs. I love that fucking word. Quidnunc. Now, thing is, you get so many stories, I don't know if... It's like, you can only see 3 of them at a time, so I don't know. Am I able to, like, see more of them? Because I'm not seeing any stories about the quidnuncs. That's something about Roadshow.
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
Hallelujah.
Joy. You ever been in a ship rolling on the open seas? The crash of the waves, the captain yelling orders. Those stories couldn't hold a candle to the thrill of really being in the thick of it. So I miss them blood-pounding adventure stories. You got any like that?
Adventure story. I'll tell you that one. I'll just go with that one. It's probably wrong, but oh fucking well.
Sounds like one. I had a family, but out on the sea, I got another. One I hadn't reckoned on. Good men all. Crying shame what happened to all of us. But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones.
God damn it. Fine, I'll tell you about Fidelina.
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
'Cause I ain't opening no more.
My wishes. I don't know if they came true. When I read those rags as a kid, imagined seeing distant shores. That was nothing compared to the real deal. I went further and saw more than any of those writers ever did. Ah, here's the sun. Time for me to get going. If you ever find yourself over this way, ask around for me. I'll have more stories for you about the sea and the brothers I left behind out there. They're always on my mind. Always will be.
Let's just take a look at what's around. Which way am I heading? I'm heading east. Wrong way. Wrong way. Okay, nothing over there. Is there like... Do you need to capture all, or like collect all of the stories? Is that the thing you need to do? God, there's gonna be a fuck of a lot of doubling back if that's gonna be the case. Oh, God. Okay. There's Canada. There's another place for getting money.
This office is trashed. There's papers scattered in the street, glass missing from the windows, and 6 men in paint-smeared clothes tracking mud all over the floor.
Well, let us know if you see him. He says he's too broke to pay us for the last job, so we're too tired to leave his office.
A thought strikes him, and he holds up $1.
You got time to get us lunch?
Halfway to the sandwich shop, 2 cops stop you. They fish the $1 out of your pocket, plus a little extra.
We're doing you a favor.
One laughs.
Keep out of this. Those wise asses don't need lunch. We got guys coming to pick them up.
Well, good. There's a place to get me some money right the fuck there. Oh, good God. Huge storm, Miss Farmer gasps, pointing to the clouded horizon. You gotta get the produce indoors before the fields wash out. Can you help? You and his family strip the fields of vegetables. When the rain hits, they're all safe inside, and you've got some coins in your pocket. Oh, one of my stories grew. But I want to see. I mean, it should show me if my health or sleep is low. But I'm all good. Spend a while in the cool shade at this gas station. You notice 3 kids sitting beside the family car, while their parents argue loudly with the cashier inside. The children seem embarrassed. You see the oldest brother lean over and distract his siblings with a story. He starts telling them a story about the hotel where travelers lie awake while cursed toddler ghosts throw Satan's own tantrums. You realize almost instantly that he's telling a new version of the tale of the hotel haunted by the ghost twin toddlers, but with new, exciting, over-the-top details. He tells it well. When the parents come stomping furiously out of the gas station, you make yourself scarce, missing the ending of the boy's new story. But the part you heard is definitely easy to remember. It'll stick with you for a while. I see another campfire. There we go. There's the cross in the river kind of thing. Ooh, and one of my stories did grow.
You find her at a crossroads in the dark, lit by a tiny brazier turning something fragrant and smoky. All around are the dried stems and petals of a dozen strange plants.
You!
Her voice is powerful, belying her size.
You seem like you could do with powerful magic.
How much?
For you, no charge. We have a friend in common.
She taps her nose knowingly.
You've the look about you of someone who desperately wants something. Just tell me. Endless wealth? Undying love? How practical. How clever.
She sprinkles powder and grains onto the burning coals, filling the smoke with strange and acrid smells. Soon you're coughing forcefully, feeling something coming up from deep in your throat. Her eyes, red like coals, stare right into yours as you spit it out. At first,
How curious. The magic won't cling to you. It slides off your shade like water off a duck.
did she always know this would happen?
Off with you. Your only wealth is in tales. Your only riches are verses.
Her laugh is too sharp, bird-like, and with a flick of the wrist, she snuffs out her brazier.
Well, okay then.
The graveyard's terrain is broken and warped, as though some great worm has rustled the earth beneath it. Graves jut out at odd angles from the rolling ground. From somewhere deep among the graves, a voice rings out. You can't make out the words. They're made of unfamiliar vowels and clipped sounds, a language you don't speak. Her straight figure makes her seem like an antique pillar, standing with her shoes in grave dirt, clad in an austere dress that seems too much like a suit of armor. Her eyes are blocked out by a dark velvet blindfold, and the cross blindfolded and deafened by her song, she doesn't notice as you approach, close enough to see the detail of her face. Younger than her dress suggests. When a gust of unnatural wind blows through the cemetery, she doesn't move. But something inside you shakes. Her recitation comes to an end. A rustling surrounds you, fireflies in the air, winking out and falling to the ground and moss. The grass turns brown beneath your feet. A bird impacts the ground near you like a missile. Something clenches inside you. It's as if your throat has blocked up, as if your lungs have lost the strength to hold air, as if your heart is forgetting how to pump. She kneels, dirtying her dress to plant one soft, longing kiss on the dirt covering the new grave.
Fuck, my health is non-existent. How am I not? God, that bitch took all of my health. Seattle, I gotta go to Seattle. I swear to God, if you die before we hit Seattle, I will... I don't know what I'll do, because I can't kill you, because you'll be fucking dead. There we go. Wait, no. Fuck. I did it wrong. I didn't even think before clicking. My sleep is getting low too. Oh, come on. Why are you just going in circles around that?
Well, look at you. Lucky we keep crossing paths, right? I never finished telling you about what happened in the hate when I got there. When I missed the summer of love. I don't know. Not a happy story. But I guess it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. I just felt like I'd missed the most important thing in the world. Still do. But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny. Ha! You got a groovy sense of humor, stranger. And luck did have everything to do with it, yeah. Maybe it was the only time that could have happened. Maybe the stars aligned just right. But I have to believe it's possible. That we can all get along and love one another. It wasn't just luck. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird? Oh, wow, that's scary stuff. You are really good at telling these. Traps didn't catch me. I dodged the snare of the hard drugs, thank God. Found someone who gave me grass and acid before I found the ones pushing the pills and the needle. Otherwise, maybe I'd still be there, huddled in a doorway.
Bitch, you already told me about that.
So, you seen anything really hilarious out here? Look, let's keep it copacetic. Don't tell me that fake happy stuff. Oof, really drives me nuts. Talking about faith. Yeah, it was supposed to be a place of trust. It used to be, they tell me, you'd show up and there was a place where they'd find you a couch to crash on. Just strangers helping strangers, so much faith in each other and the things they believed. A few years later, none of that was left. You know, I'd love to hear a really good, scary story.
Good, because that's mostly what I've got right now. $25, okay. My glasses need another cleaning. I cleaned them a couple days ago. Good Lord.
What, do you sit around all day making this crap up?
Come on, you dumb bitch. Fuck you.
Sadness. I wasn't sad so much as, why couldn't you wait a little longer? The wave had come and gone and just left junk tossed up on shore. So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
I'm not sure what else to tell you.
Oh, come on. That shit's so fake. Joy. The summer of love was over, and it was just a city street. Filthy, with the gray fog and the pushers prowling. I stopped grooving quick. I hope that was an interesting story. I don't have a lot of people ask me about what the hate was like. Maybe they feel like they know from the news, but they don't. I bet you have a lot of stories like that. So you're gonna have to tell them to me next time, okay? Where you heading next? I'm catching a ride this way.
Okay, so the camping must help with your sleep, because it's definitely better. Okay, it's the same one with them there kids. He starts telling them a story about future Boston, where taxi rides cost $20. You realize almost instantly that he's telling a new version of the tale of the taxi, which shows its riders the future, but with new, exciting, over-the-top details. Yep, I'm heading south. Good. Yeah, stories do seem to be a bit more sparse now. But I've also kind of been just sticking to the main roads for a while. Partly because then I know where I can fucking head to get stuff.
Want your picture taken? The man's smile is eager. His teeth are sharp. His companion glances up sharply. I told you, I don't like it. No more till we know it's safe. The second man spits his words out. We're killing people. We take their damn picture. A few weeks later, a newspaper wants it, and it's always a fucking obituary. The sharp-toothed man shrugs. Traveling alone is dangerous. Not our fault. So, want a photograph? Neither responds immediately. The sullen man barks a laugh. Not so sure now, are you? It's your damn camera. Fuck it, I'm no coward. You getting the photograph? So will I. His goad works. His sharp-toothed companion jerks his chin up and strides in front of the lens. The men rush to their darkroom. They're out barely 20 minutes later. Neither looks happy. The sharp-toothed man thrusts the picture at you. Doesn't make sense. Must be broken. His image is sharp, in perfect focus. His companion appears only as a blur.
I'll walk over here, but I'll keep myself sort of in the in visual of the road over there. Oh. sees a story over there. God, it's so tedious walking though. I'll go get those and then I'll loop back around. Oh. Sometimes I can't tell if these are smudges on my televisions or on my screen from Stormer's snot, or if it's just an actual thing.
He spent a half hour filling you in on his plans to drive coast to coast. Enthusiasm radiates off him. When he talks, you hear the blare of the motor, feel the wind ruffle your hair, taste the tang of oil on the breeze. But why he dresses like a racer is beyond you.
Are those gloves deerskin?
Of course. Where's the joy in driving if you don't look the part?
He slips off a glove and has you feel how soft it is.
Driving really is the only way to travel. Yes,
God,
yes.
I'm tired of
The
walking.
people around here don't get it. If you're ever along the Mother Road, keep an eye out for me.
He laughs.
Oh, friend, I would love to show you, but that's for another day.
He strolls off, whistling. The woman seated on a nearby step croaks a laugh. She shakes her head.
Factory's never going to reopen. He'll never get the money. He'll never get his damn car.
She chuckles.
Hadn't dampened his spirits none. Spent his last cent on those ridiculous clothes. That coast-to-coast trip is all he can talk about.
Empty? No. There we go. Okay, I was gonna double back, but I might not at this point. But it is good to know, like, there's a couple places I can make money here. Oh, I'm back at Reno. I know I was there some point the other day.
The old man's shoulders slant under the bright-colored bird. Maybe that's why he stands with a cane. Man and bird watch your approach with interest.
Howdy, stranger,
says the man.
Howdy, stranger.
Croaks the bird. The man shifts his shoulder, bobbing up the bird.
Rosalie here tells fortunes.
There's pride in his voice.
Ain't no other like her. Care to hear yours? Just a single coin.
He leans on his cane, and your coin disappears into the man's jacket. He jingles one pocket, then scratches Rosalie at the back of her bill. She rasps.
The greatest burdens on your road are the ones you choose to carry.
What does that mean?
The man cracks a smile.
Make of it what you will. I like to think it means our lives get easier when we forgive ourselves. She's a smart bird, is Rosalie.
The man tips his hat.
Good luck on your way.
Okay, I just spent some of my monies. Get me some more monies. How many times are you guys just like following me ahead? How many times am I gonna have to help you? Because Billy. One of my stories done did grew. Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. The waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she said. It happened to her daughter's friend. It's true. She notices you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? Which one? She regales you with a story about the dog who could bring you anything you wished. Halfway through, you realize it's the story of the boy with the circus dog, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? The waitress exclaims. It's an interesting tale. Sure is, she agreed, and true, every word of it.
The policeman minds you for news from anywhere but here as his radio burbles. You catch a snippet.
Armed robbery in progress at...
Before he turns it down. He waves a hand.
Yeah, it's just Willie. Every month after his paycheck goes in, he marches into the bank with his .45 and demands cash. Candace gives it to him and deducts it from his account later. Right you are. No harm in it. Truth is, Billy just ain't very good at using banks. That's no crime.
Gunshots sound a few blocks away. His eyes widen. He kicks the car into gear and roars off, shouting into his radio. You get to the bank several minutes later. There's a crowd gathered round the entrance, blocking your view. But the action's over. A woman turns to you.
Someone came in waving a shotgun. Willie was there, put him down, but... Poor Willie.
That's concerning. If this motherfucker's making it so that you just don't even
Wind rustles
to
the leaves
bank
of the
heists?
acacia trees nestled at the riverbank. The woman's weeping is just barely audible over the sound. "Mis hijos," she cries. "Mis hijos." She crouches in the shadows, a long white dress buoyed by the gentle current. Her face is veiled by the same fabric. Two boys, their hair soaked, their expressions peaceful, lie on the muddy shore.
Llorona.
They are very
La
still.
Llorona.
As you turn your back on the tragic tableau, a twig snaps beneath your feet, and her head swivels. "Have you seen my children?" she demands. "I didn't mean to hurt them. I thought I found them, but they were lies." The boy's lips are growing blue. "I need to find my children. Please," she begs. "Help me find my children." She lifts the embroidered veil. Beneath the ivory silk, you catch a glimpse of long black hair. As you turn away, she screams. Her jaw unhinges. Rolls of cholla needles protrude from her gums.
Cholla needles.
She lowers the veil.
Now I gotta look that up. Sounds like the mama's up. Oh. Okay. Cactus needles. You just got cactus needles in your mouth. Okay. Oh god, I found Rose again.
Hey, hey, long time no see, fellow traveler. You're lucky. I'm bored and I'm itching for someone to lay a story on me. I told you about hate and how I missed the summer and walked right into the fall, right? You want to hear about following the dead? It was a few years of bliss and acid. Then I found its problems. So, got any good, hopeful stories? Anything?
Oh god, how many times are you gonna ask me for a hopeful story?
Huh. I don't get it. As for
'Cause
all
you're an
morality,
idiot. That's why, Rose.
well, there's definitely shared principles at the shows. You share what you've got. If you get a miracle, you try to make it come around for someone else. You take care of each other. If you see a bad trip, you help them through it. But anyway, what's the most exciting story you got?
I just don't. I don't at all.
Oh, that's a totally wild story.
Ow.
It's a blast
I
hearing
feel
you
like I
tell it.
learned at some point already I shouldn't slap my face. What's I shouldn't slap my tits? Which was it? I can't remember if it was I wasn't supposed to slap my face or slap my tits. I mean, either one of those I really shouldn't
Home.
slap them. But
Well, eventually I missed the idea of having a home. A real home. Not a van or a tent. A place I could put down real roots. I had a little girl on the way, and I wanted her to feel like there was somewhere she belonged. But anyway, let's keep it grooving. Tell me something funny.
oh, okay. So it's a miscarriage or a stillbirth, wasn't it? That's just. I want to see Quinn again. But he's probably nowhere near here.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Travel was a big part of it, yeah. Always, constantly on the road. Town to town, show to show. Sometimes the band would take a few months off, then you'd crash somewhere for a bit, work some gigs. Anyway, you got any good, hopeful stories about the world becoming a better place?
I don't know. I'll tell you about Rocio.
Oh, that's a good one. You gotta tell me more about those folks sometime.
That worked?
Joy for me. There's nothing like being in a crowd at a show, dancing and spinning and feeling all that energy around you. It's the purest connection I've ever felt, especially if you're all tripping. So, you seen anything really hilarious out here?
I don't know. I don't think that's funny, but
Huh. Sounds like some kind of dumb movie.
yeah, I mean, it does. It absolutely does.
Leaders. Even though we were followers, the band wasn't really leaders. They just made the music, and together we made the scene. Here's the sun. That brings me back. We used to talk all night long when I was following the dead, too.
I guess she means the Grateful
That's
Dead.
what I think I was really looking for. Community. People to share my life with.
Yeah, I gotta look this up.
It wasn't a perfect solution. but I loved the laugh.
Let's see. Original name, the Warlocks. Let's go to Wikipedia on this one. Grateful Dead was active from 65 to 95, so yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she could be talking about the Grateful Dead.
I'm headed this way. Keep an eye out for me, okay? Maybe we'll share a fire again soon.
White rider, well, day will come, we all will join that line.
I'll grab that story and then I'm gonna go back around and start heading south again.
They come to claim me now, I had my time.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I should go. Get back on the road.
His eyes light up when he sees you.
Excellent. I'm short for the morning edition. Fancy giving a quick interview? People around here are always keen to hear from outsiders. Plus, there's a fee in it for you.
The man throws you a few soft questions and scribbles shorthand into his notepad.
That's great. Let me get it typed up.
Disappears into the back. He left today's paper on his desk, but it looks off somehow. You struggle to make out the words. Instead of letters, the paper's printed with curved symbols and sharp glyphs. The layout and photos are normal, but the text is wrong. A lap of the room reveals the same. Papers, notes, even desk calendars are gibberish. The journalist returns and stops dead. He rushes forward and catches you by the wrist, pulling you towards the door.
It's not for you.
He thrusts a coin into your hand.
You need to leave.
The centers of his eyes bear two matching glyphs. He slams the door behind you. The sign above the door is written in those glyphs. Was it English before? Every street sign and business name bears the same incomprehensible symbols. The townsfolk watch you go. Their eyes each carry their own symbol.
Here we go. There's the highway. Good, I'm going south. Okay, I see a story. Okay, we're back at San Francisco. There's a place to get money.
You come to a car parked at the side of the road. Across the road, some children loiter. As you approach the car, their gazes make their way to you.
Hey!
One girl shouts. She waves at you, then points at the car.
Don't open the door!
Before you can question the girl, the car's suspension groans and a shape stirs inside. A huge black dog panting on the hot seat, lips pulled back on rows of sharky teeth.
Hey!
He says, nose pressed against the glass.
Hey, you! Let me out of here!
You shake your head. The dog tracks you with a double-barreled stare that grows hotter and hotter and angrier with each step you take away. His lips are trembling.
Hey! Fuck you!
He blurts.
Fuck you!
The kids across the street howl with laughter.
Well then.
There's a commotion outside the post office. The crowd parts, and a middle-aged man comes leaping out onto the curb.
My daughter had a baby!
He shouts.
Is that
She
his
had a
really big
baby
lips, or
girl.
is that his teeth between his lips? What the fuck am I looking at?
In a fit of frantic excitement, he kicks over the post office box, knocks over a bench, and seizes you at random in a bear hug.
Somebody call my wife!
He shouts over your shoulder.
Tell her we're taking the train to Chicago!
The man starts to dance. His feet hit the pavement so hard they throw up puffs of shattered stone. Everyone staggers. When he swings around the lamppost, the metal bends like soft clay. The new grandfather grabs the nearest car and, 2 hands overhead, lifts it up and hurls it down the road.
My daughter had a baby!
He shouts. Everyone runs indoors. The new grandfather seizes your hands and whirls you around so fast that you feel the blood leave your tingling face.
I've never been happier in my life!
He
How
shouts,
the
but his
fuck
grip slips.
is there blood
Before you can
leaving my
react,
face?
you're
When I
tumbling
ain't got no
across the
face and I
roof
ain't
of the
got no
hardware
skin or blood
store
or nothing.
across the road. The man doesn't seem to have noticed he's lost you. He's spinning so fast you can barely see him. As you climb down into the alley and run for the edge of town, you hear him, thanking God for his answered prayers over the sound of cracking bricks.
Well then. I see something over there on the other side of them there mountains. There's another campfire. Los Angeles. Los Angeles. have to double back around for that.
The girl presses her fingers into the man's shoulder.
Watch.
The train pounds past, throwing up thick and suffocating dust. For several minutes, the world is nothing but a cloud. It settles to reveal the two, now painted orange with filth.
What are you doing?
Making sure he understands.
She looks at the man.
Do you?
He nods.
Come back tomorrow, an hour earlier.
He nods again, glances warily at you, and then runs away. The girl stares at you appraisingly.
You ain't escaped. You're not with the law. Why are you here?
She snorts.
Lucky.
She smiles. It's a bright crescent against the ochre dirt.
I have a duty. I run the route. I get people out of this shithole. But it means I can't leave. At this bend, the trains have to slow. If you've got enough layers on and you know when to jump, get aboard without breaking much. I know all the timings.
The look she gives you is combative.
If I showed you how, would you take it? A train to anywhere? You'd take a chance like that? When you have a choice?
She smiles again, but it is forced, sad.
People who like to be surprised by the future never had a really bad surprise.
With a saddle meant for me.
Okay. He's gonna go here and then he's gonna loop back. Oh, there shouldn't be Rose over here because I think she went east.
White rider, don't come to claim me for I had my time.
Outside this lonely farmhouse, a pair of children, no older than 6 or 7, are waiting in a cart. One is holding the reins with an easy confidence, as if the cart is his. The other stares at you with a quiet suspicion.
But mayhaps. No, I didn't.
Suddenly, a third child carrying a leather doctor's bag opens the farmhouse door and climbs laboriously into the back of the cart. He can't be more than 6 years old. You see an oversized stethoscope looped several times around his little neck. "You okay?" you shout. "Where are your parents?" But the driver kid just ignores you. He gives the reins a quick flick. As the horse trots away, you notice that the door to the farmhouse is open. A humble parlor. In the armchair under the window is a girl no older than 5, left all alone. "Where are your parents?" you ask. She just gives a piping laugh. "Dead these 80 years, she says. Under her shawl, her hair is bone white. "Nearly 90, she says. "Oh, don't look at me like that.
I know I've got the face of a wee child. So does Dr. Simons and his brothers. You'll find an awful lot of houses round here where folk are younger than our years. You heard of changeling children? In the old country, people feared us, but mostly they feared our masters. She laughs, low and weird. We rose up in the hollows, under the hills, killed our masters, then fended for ourselves. We made the choice everyone else did. America. The hills are quiet now, they say. People sigh and wonder where all that wonderful magic went. But there's no power in the world that can't be twisted evil. Here, the hills are dead. There's no power over us except the sun.
She nods. Her smile is an old woman's smile, wise and satisfied with a life well lived. Then her smile grows. Her lips part, and you see that every tooth in her little mouth comes to a glistening, hook-curved point.
Well then. Oh, God.
The cookhouse is in disarray. Dirty plates and scorched pots scattered outside the tent. A young woman frantically scrubs, muttering. She blanches in panic as you approach, but forces a smile. She shakes off the suds. Her hands and arms are marked with knife nicks and narrow burns.
Don't mind the mess. You look hungry. Take a seat. I'll work you up a little something.
As you sit, her fire-tanned face cracks into a smile of relief. She steps into the tent, and there's the discordant clanking and hissing of a cook at work. She emerges with a plate, a blackened sludge of beans and sweaty gray meat. She watches intently as you force down the first mouthful. Suddenly, her eyes widen.
I forgot your drink. Let me...
But the fire flares inside the tent.
No!
She gasps, staggering inside. The fire blazes again, and the woman screams. The heat stings as you enter. The tent's a jumble of empty cans, and there's the stink of rotting vegetables and burning meat. Your host is gone. A dark shape squats at the heart of the cook fire. It's time to leave.
I might just head off. Or might just log off right now. I'll be back probably later today around the normal time. I just wanted to get some more of this game out of the way since it's taken so long. But until then, auf Wiedersehen, meine Freunde.